Hi, this is attorney Nicole Christie from the Christie Law Firm, where we work hard to make families stronger. So today I want to talk to you about the reunification process, and I'm actually doing it from a parent's perspective. You know, we as lawyers, we are trained to look at things objectively, we approach things very objectively, and that is our strong suit. But I want to take the time to just talk to you about what it feels like and what are some of the thoughts that might come to you as a parent whose child has been removed. And so I've had some other videos and we've talked about the removal, we've talked about what to expect as far as the court is concerned, and just knowing that that is a process. But there is this point in time that the removal has happened and you've gone to court and perhaps the kids have been committed to DCF. And now it's this in-between stage. And so this is the stage that makes all the difference. And so, you're not at court and DCF, there's a particular rhythm, you're having visits with the kids, and there's, nothing really going on. Maybe there's a meeting or two with DCF, but, several months are going to go by and you think, well, what's happening? What's going on? And when am I getting the kids back? And these are the questions that you might have, and it seems quiet. And sometimes I find that parents tend to kind of step back a little bit. Maybe they're not pushing as hard, or maybe they're not engaging as hard because, again, they're not in court, they're not in meetings, and maybe they don't talk to the attorney every single day like they did in the beginning. But this is probably the most crucial time, because this is what's going to determine whether or not these kids come home, that in-between stage. So the kids have already been removed, but they're not back home. This is what's going to make the difference, that in-between time. So don't get discouraged, don't get down, don't think that this is an impossible task. Stay focused. Focus on your specific steps. Those are steps that the court ordered that you have to comply with in order to get the kids back. They are the court expectations. And so it's not just to follow all of those rules on that piece of paper, but to effectuate a change. So I'm going to use an example. If the kids were removed because there was a significant alcohol use issue, and actually it led to a DUI, and the kids were in the car, and so it was an emergency and the kids were removed, and now you have to get the kids back. And so in that middle time, they want to see that you've been going to your treatment classes, that you've been going to take urine screens or whatever type of screens to prove your sobriety. And sobriety can't be proven with, I stopped drinking, or just a statement that I stopped drinking. It has to be proven by actual tests, something that tells them that, yes, I've done what I needed to do. And so you staying on top of that, seeing the kids every time you have a visit, never cancel. If you've got a cold, we've got the mask. We've been going through COVID for 3 years. Everybody still has masks. Bring your mask, bring some gloves. Even if you've got to do air hugs with your children, never miss a visit. Go to all of your treatment classes. Make sure that you are staying connected with your providers. Your providers know how important this is because they have to give reports to DCF around your progress. So month after month, do not let the months just kind of come together and you're not quite sure what you've done. Do a self-check every single month that you are doing what you're supposed to do, because these months in between, it could be weeks, it could be months, but these months in between is what's going to make all the difference. If you spend more time fighting with DCF about everything they want you to do, the clock is still ticking. The kids are still in care. But if you go ahead and do what you need to do and let us, your attorney, fight the fight for you, tell DCF they're wrong, get changes in the programs that you need, do all the fighting and making sure that you just stay focused on those specific steps, that is what's going to make the difference. Just keep that in mind. Make sure you remember these kids have got to come home. These kids need their parents. These kids need to be with family. So if you keep that in mind, as these months go by, you can at least check off, hey, I did what I was supposed to do. Review those specific steps. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us, your lawyers, to say, hey, am I doing everything right? Is there anything else I should be doing? And that is part of our job. We want to check in with your DCF worker. Is there anything else you need them to do? Because as long as we can show that you've done what you needed to do, we then have the power and the tools necessary to tell the court, hey, these kids can come back home now. Things have been resolved. So keep that in mind. It is a part of that process. Those in-between times are critical. It will make all the difference in whether or not these kids come home. We do have a lot of other videos around DCF and some things around family cases, and we just hope that you benefit from that, because our goal is to help you to be able to help your kids. Take care. Bye-bye.